Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading for mid-March 2024. We're just going to jump right in here and see what is going on for you here, Scorpio. I meant to start here, but you have this card that says, learning new things will help you in the future. You also have this card that says, don't allow a scarcity mindset to limit your success. Yeah, I think all water signs need to kind of like dream big at this time and, really go for it, really kind of go for the gold or really try to accomplish something that's like hard or difficult or challenging. That's going to lead not only to the most growth, but also probably lead to the most success. So, I feel for a lot of you that's kind of what this reading is talking about. You do start off, sorry, I didn't want to do that. You do start off with the World card here, and I'll show you in just a second. The World can, of course, represent an accomplishment. One thing I will say is that the World is a portal card, and when you start a reading with a portal card like the World, it literally sometimes can just say, this is the beginning of the reading. In the Major Arcana, we go from the Fool to the World, then we just start all over again as a Fool. So it's almost like you are just starting the reading here with the World card, as in it is the start, the beginning of something new. The World also can represent achievements and success. So I do feel like a lot of you, you could be achieving something. It's a really positive reading. I mean, a lot of good stuff coming in here. I would say the one challenge is going to be about believing in yourself, or needing to believe that you deserve something, needing to believe that something can be yours, for example, whatever that means for you. It could be love, could be business, could be your work, whatever. But I really feel you do need to believe in yourself. And even your crossing energy is the King of Wands. So the King of Wands is about being bold, being assertive, really going for what you want. And, I kind of feel that for some of you, where it's like you really need to believe that you can manifest something or have something with this King of Wands energy. The King of Wands is very bold, very assertive. He really goes for what he wants. So I feel there could be a lot of success for you with the King of Wands, but, again, I think you need to kind of be bold and assertive. He also really nurtures things. Like, he's very nurturing. Like, I think people think of, like, the King of Cups, which you do have here, as very nurturing, but the King of Wands is more nurturing. He, like, treats things like they're a baby. Like, if he's working on something, he really, really puts in the work to make sure that it grows up and is healthy and successful and all those other things. So he really kind of approaches things kind of like an entrepreneur, but also like a father at the same time. And so that doesn't have to be a business, by the way. You can feel those feelings. You can, feel those feelings and do those things with anything that you're working on or working towards. And that's what I would do here with the King of Wands. You have the Emperor in the area of your thoughts, or what's on your mind. So some of you literally could be thinking about an Emperor person, a person that you're interested in. Could be your Emperor or your Empress, take it how it resonates. I also feel that you could really be thinking about taking action. And you have the Sun here, and the Sun makes the whole entire reading a little bit more positive, and the Sun really is a big yes as well. So, if you're thinking about taking action on something, the Emperor is all about action. He has this armor on underneath his cloak, and the armor underneath the cloak kind of says that he is ready to go at a moment's notice. So I definitely feel that it is time for you to take action towards things that you want to have in your life or things that you want to grow. You have the Page of Pentacles in the area of your foundation. The Page of Pentacles is kind of like a big, is about like news, communication, and receiving communication. And that is popping into my head. Like, there could be some news coming in for you, or there could be a message coming in for you. Page of Pentacles can, of course, also represent a new beginning. And like I said, we start with that World card. The Page of Pentacles is a specific type of new beginning, which would be learning. So you have to learn. He is a card of studiousness, and so you have to learn something like with your new beginning. So if you are learning something new, or if you're doing something new in your life, this card is all about kind of like educating yourself with like on what you are doing so that you can be more successful moving forward. And that, I would learn as much as you can. I also do feel that there could be a new person coming in for you. I'm pretty sure you've been getting fire and water with me, right? Am I losing my mind? I think that, sorry, I didn't mean to do that, but I'm pretty sure in your last reading you had fire and water or something like that, and I feel like I've been saying fire and water. It could be a fire sign, could be a water sign, could be a mixture of both, but you have the King of Cups in your past. The past position is the energy that you are moving past. So some of you could be moving past a person, you could be releasing a person, but I kind of feel this is more saying you're starting a new journey. The King of Cups, he has this boat right here, and that boat kind of represents a time where our ancestors would like get on boats and they wouldn't know where they were going, like the earliest adventurers, right? And so it kind of represents exploring something new, exploring things where you don't really know the details, or going to new places, having new experiences. And I kind of feel like that's what's going on here, is that you're starting a new beginning, or you're having a new beginning where you could be leaving your comfort zone, you could be having new experiences, whatever. You have a stars card. It says a long journey brings rewards. Yes, I think you're going on a journey as well. I'm pretty sure I've said to you a bunch of times that you're probably going to be moving in the future or making a change, and you definitely could be. You have this oracle card. It says, seek wisdom and guidance from elders. Yes. A lot of people have been getting these cards of like the mentor, King of Swords, for example. You don't have the King of Swords, but you do have the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is definitely a teacher and someone who, can provide you with new information or new perspectives, different ways of seeing things. So, again, I feel that if you're learning something new or if you're exploring something, this could lead to a lot of success. I would also, even though it's coming up in your past, I would definitely encourage adventure, like, literally traveling, but it could also be in your head. You could be learning something new. That is an adventure. In the area of your very near future, you have the Sun here. The Sun is a card of happiness, joy, good things coming in for you. Of course, it is the best card in the tarot, so it can represent celebration. The sun also shines a light on things that we need to pay attention to. So I feel that you should pay attention to your attention. I always say this when the sun comes up. To me, the sun is like a spotlight, and there could be something in your life that's asking for attention, and it just says, pay attention. Like if like randomly throughout the day, you get sudden bursts of insight, or you randomly think about something, that's probably the sun. That's probably the sun saying, hey, this thing that you're thinking about needs attention, or you have to move towards it, or you should think about it, or whatever. And, that's what I would do with the sun. You have this perfection card. It says you will do much better than expected. You have the Five of Pentacles coming up, and the Five of Pentacles really, to me, is saying that you need to believe in yourself. Five of Pentacles, it's not like a bad card. It's not a good card. It can represent feeling left out in the cold, but it says do not call attention to your weaknesses. And, I think you need to believe in yourself here. Show yourself compassion and be kind to yourself. Like, there you go. You have this office card. It says delegating more can help you increase your earnings. Think of the greater good than oneself to achieve a better outcome. So I feel for a lot of you, this is really, number one, don't be a perfectionist. Nothing is perfect. But number two, I feel that you could be focusing on doing what's important, or you need to focus more on doing what's important in life. Again, over the next few months, you have the Five of Pentacles. I feel that this is not really talking about finances. I feel this is more talking about you and you needing to believe in yourself more. Again, the Five of Pentacles says do not call attention to weaknesses. You need to focus on your strengths. You need to focus on what you're good at. And that's exactly what I would do here with the Five of Pentacles is, focus on doing things that make you feel strong, that make you feel supported, that make you feel successful. And, I think that you will be successful very quickly. In the area of your closest relationships, you have the Five of Cups. Five of Cups is a card that's where, he's grieving the loss of something that he no longer enjoys. These three cups right here. And he needs to turn around because he'll get these two cups in this bridge to this castle. And so, again, it's a card of gratitude and being grateful for what you do have. And when you do that, you get a lot more. So he needs to release something that he no longer enjoys. What's also interesting is that in the area of your future feelings, you have the Five of Cups, the Three of Cups. So it's almost like you're getting three cups when you are grateful for what you have. The Five of Cups is also a card of regrets, and there could be a person who has regrets here, right here, but, and again, you do have a person in your past, like the energy that you're moving past, so you could be, letting go or moving past something, like a person, and this, to me here, this future feelings card says that you're having a celebration, because you could be meeting someone who's very, good for you. I do feel like you could be meeting a person where it's almost like divinely guided. I feel this card can represent a reunion, but I think it's more of like a past life connection that's coming in for you. You end with the Hierophant, which we'll talk about. So the Hierophant to me really represents two people who are being prepared for each other. It's like there's two people in parallel. They're on parallel paths going in the same direction. So again, you could really be attracting a person who is on a parallel path. It's like maybe you're not exactly the same, but you're kind of going in the same direction. What's really weird, Scorpio? I forgot about this. I'm pretty sure I say this to you all the time. It's almost as if you're meeting a person who has been through the same thing you have. So again, that definitely, this has been coming up for you for months. The funny thing is like, I kind of get the feeling here that you could have met this person already. It's like someone is being slow in this situation, or someone is taking their time. And again, I'm not suggesting, if it's you, if you have your eye on a person, you're not making a move, then, I'm not suggesting that you rush if you're not ready or anything like that. But I'm just saying it's almost as if this could have happened already, if someone would have made a move, right? You have the Hierophant at the end here. And sorry, let me see. The Hierophant could be marriage. This is your outcome. So again, if you're meeting a person, definitely could be a fire sign. Could be an Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, or a Leo. Could be an Aries, Earth. You have water. You have basically everything here. So, it could be any sign. But whatever it is, I feel it's divinely guided. And, these two people are on parallel paths. Like I said, they're on the same path. They're on a similar path, I should say. I feel like this is two people who are on a similar path, but maybe not the same path. I don't know why that's so important, but it's popping into my head. So definitely love. You have this Moth that says surrender now. I think you need to surrender to a connection if you want love. You could also be surrendering to a new beginning. You have this Armadillo. It says set healthy boundaries. So, again, maybe you had a negative experience with a person in the past, and just as long as you're setting healthy boundaries, I think that you will be perfectly fine with whatever happens, moving forward in the future here. So, let's see what is going on for you. With the World and the King of Wands, you have the High Priestess. And what do you know? High Priestess and Hierophant right here. To me, the High Priestess and the Hierophant are like definitely divine counterparts. To me, it's better than getting the Emperor and the Empress, even though you have the Emperor here, because these two, it's like a spiritual connection, exactly what I was saying. So, there definitely could be a spiritual connection coming in here. I'm getting something about distance as well, and I'm pretty sure I said this to you in your last reading. It might not be super long distance, but, maybe you live like an hour away from a person or something like that for some of you, but you have the World here. There could be distance in this situation. I would also, obviously, it could be a very intuitive time for you, so trust your intuition. With the Emperor, you have the Page of Swords. Page of Swords is a card of curiosity. I do feel we are all in a time where we need to take action on our curiosity, meaning if you become interested in like new ideas, new directions, things that excite you, if you become interested in that, I would look into it with the Page of Swords. Page of Swords says get curious, and you never know what you could discover. It could be something good. With the Page of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Swords. I do feel like you're fearing repeating a cycle. So again, you might be a little bit nervous about love at this time. Nine of Swords is a never-ending nightmare. It's like going to bed, having a nightmare, waking up, being stuck in a nightmare. So I feel like some of you, could be worried if you're interested in a new person, but I feel like you need to realize that the situation is new. It's completely different. It's not the same as a past situation. It's a completely different situation. I also feel like you need to look, let's put it this way. If you're meeting a new person over even like the next few months, I would look at the person and even how you met them. It's like, if you have a history of always meeting a person the same way, and then things always start in the same way and all this other stuff, if this is something that breaks the pattern, then it's going to be very successful. That's what I think we need to do in love, right? I think we need to look for a situation that breaks the pattern, because then we're breaking the pattern. We're not repeating our love pattern, and we can enter into something new, and that's exactly what I would do here. It's like I see all these love experts on YouTube, and all of them single, by the way, which, whatever, fine, but it's like you're talking about love, but you don't have it. I don't know, little, I'm not saying they can't speak on it, but a little unusual to me, right? And, what I would say here is they all make it way too complicated. I'm like, I don't think it has to be this hard. Doesn't have to be this complicated. You don't have to think about it this much. I think everybody makes it way too hard. And, I feel like if this is a person who's coming in, breaking the pattern, it probably isn't that hard. With the King of Cups, you have the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is about resourcefulness and being resourceful. So again, I feel for some of you that you are in a time, like we're in a time of resourcefulness as well. So I would be as resourceful as you possibly can. This could also be saying that you should tap into the resources of your emotions, meaning that you can use your emotions to manifest. You can use your emotions to guide you towards, success or things that you're feeling or whatever the case may be. So I really feel you need to use your emotions and trust that your emotions are guiding you at this time. With the Sun card, you have the Hierophant. I'm telling you right now, you are attracting a divine counterpart here, or there is like a very spiritually led situation coming in here if you want love. If you already have love, it could be the situation that you're in right now. The other thing is that you could be being guided like outside the box, so if you don't want love, or even if you do want love, this could also be that you are being guided towards outside the box thinking, or contrarian thinking, let's put it that way. The Hierophant I don't think the Hierophant is a bad card at all, but he is fixed. He is fixed in the way that he teaches things. He only teaches things one way. He has a certain rules and regulations that he follows, but maybe that's a bad thing. Maybe you need to be a little bit more messy, or maybe you need to, if you're doing something in work or business, maybe you need to learn from another teacher just so you can figure something else out, right? And that's exactly what I would do here. With the Five of Pentacles, you have the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, time to let go of something from the past for sure. I do feel like some of you are letting go of something from the past, but Four of Pentacles is holding on too tightly to the past. I feel like you need to let go of the fact that you can't do something. It's not a fact. It's a lie that you tell yourself. So I feel like you need to believe in yourself and let go of the belief that you can't accomplish great things, that you can't, do what you want to do and all that other stuff. So I would release those feelings. With the Five of Cups, you have the Nine of Cups. Definitely total fulfillment coming in for you. Again, it's funny you go from the Five of Cups to the Nine of Cups. This is showing up in the area of your closest relationships. So, for a lot of you, this could say that there is, you could be wishing for a very solid connection and you're finding total fulfillment. So the other thing about the Nine of Cups is that there's a lot of ways to read this card, but you could read this card as him being a barkeep, and he is choosing where to give these cups or who to give those cups to. So a lot of you could be in this position where you are choosing like where to hand out your energy and like who to give what to. And I think that would be a good thing. He's also bathing in the energy of what he wants. So again, you fix signs. It comes up for you fixed signs all the time, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo, that you need to be the thing that you want to be before you can have it. And I know that sounds confusing, but again, I feel like you need to be in the energy of the thing that you want. Like you have to, if you want love, you have to be in love before you can have love. And people always say, how do I do that? I'm like, well, go love a dog, go love a cat, go love nature, go love something, right? And same thing with wealth and abundance as well. It's like you have to have wealth and abundance before you can have wealth and abundance. So go be around abundance, go adopt the habits of abundant people, and you will have that thing. With the Three of Cups, you have the Ten of Wands. I feel like it's just been a long journey. I kind of see you reflecting on your long journey at this time here, Scorpio. I feel like you've been through a lot. And, but it's not for nothing. He is about to reach his home here. The Ten of Wands says that he's done a lot of work and he's, carried these burdens, these responsibilities, but he's about to reach his home in the background here, and he is about to have a harvest. So those 10 wands represent the harvest that he is about to have. I feel like there is a harvest coming in for you. With the Hierophant, you have the Four of Cups here. Four of Cups, like I feel like some of you could be fearing being disappointed. I just completely dropped that card. I feel like you could be fearing being disappointed, like in a person or, in a situation, but I don't think that's going to happen. I also feel like you need to mix things together. The Four of Cups I look at as him trying to manifest a cake, but he's disappointed because he has like the flour, the sugar, the eggs in front of him. If he were to mix all that together and pop it in the oven, he would have a cake. So I feel like you need to, it's like you have everything you need to be super successful right now, but I feel that you just need to pop it in the oven. You need to mix it together is really what I'm seeing here. So that's what I do. Pretty interesting reading. We're going to pull 5 main themes and we're going to see what comes up for you here, Scorpio. You have this excitement card. Yeah, a lot of excitement. I kind of feel like you're thinking the worst, but it's like you're going to get the best. That's what I'm hearing here or something. Like I'm wondering, part of me wonders if you're like interested in a person and you just don't think they would be interested in you, but they totally would be. So, that's like the feeling I get here. But this could also be business. Like you maybe you think that something isn't like an idea you have, it isn't going to be very successful, but maybe it actually is going to be very successful. So, I see a lot of success coming in for you here. Let's see. I can't even get a card. All right, you have this discrimination card. This is a good card. It's not like discrimination like we think of it. It's about being able to tell the difference of like what's right and what's wrong for you. We see a lot of things here that really represent past lessons. Like I've kind of been talking about that this whole entire reading, especially 10 of Wands. So it's really saying to me that you've learned from your past and you're not going to make the same mistakes. So you know what to look out for. I think you need to trust that. You have this affair card. This is a very good card. It's not like a cheating affair. It's like a love. It's just love coming in for you. So, I feel there could be a very solid connection coming in for you here, of course. And, it's going to be something that makes you very happy. Next, you have this decision card, so I feel that didn't work. I feel like there's going to be a choice that you have to make moving forward. I kind of feel like this choice could have to do with moving for some of you, so some of you might be moving or thinking about moving. For others, this could be a choice in work or business is what I'm getting. I kind of feel like some of you are trying to decide, like, should I double down on what I'm working on or not? Like, you're trying to decide if you should put more work into something. Could be a side hustle for some of you. And I would say yes, I think you're going to be super successful if you double down on like a side hustle, for example. You have this organization card. I feel like you need to get organized. I feel for a lot of you, there is a lot of success coming in for you if you kind of like organize your thoughts and organize the things that you're doing here. And, that's what I would do with this reading. It's pretty simple. Like I said, and again, I think the gist of this reading is the star card here, or the stars. It says, a long journey brings rewards. You've been on a long journey, and now you are getting your reward right here. It's like you've been, it's kind of weird. Like, I feel like I need to say that, let's just say, right, that to have, a certain person in your life, that you have to meet certain requirements, and they have to meet certain requirements to be with you as well. It's like you both equal each other, I know that sounds weird, but I feel like that's what this reading is saying, is that, if this is love, I feel like you and another person, it's like you equal each other. Not that you are not equal. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that the two of you added up equals each other, It's like you plus me equals us. Who remembers that one, right? But what I would say here is like, that's what I'm getting off this 10 of Wands. But it could also be, again, this could be, take it how it resonates. It could be your business, could be your career. It's like, I think you think that you don't equal something, but you do. So, go for it is what I would say. But it looks really good. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your month.